Welcome to this video. This is Maslayer. In this video, I'm going to explain how you are going to know when to use SINE RULE. When to use SINE RULE. Before I do that, I want you first of all to know that the SINE RULE and cosine rule, these are two concepts under trigonometry which are examinable under Mathematics Paper 2, Section B. They always come under Section B, where you need to choose whether you're going to use a sine rule concept or a cosine rule concept. So meaning that I'll first going to explain about the similarity which is there between sine rule and cosine rule. So sine rule and cosine rule, both rules make use of a non-right angled triangle. We use these two rules to calculate the sides and the angles of a non-right angled triangle. For example, I have these two triangles here. So now, I want us first to interrogate the triangles that we are having here. As you can see, we have certain letters which are written in capital letters and some letters which are written in small letters. Is this a mistake? No, it's not a mistake. What you need to know and to acknowledge is that we use a capital letter to denote angles, to denote an angle. We use small letters to denote a side or length or distance. So meaning that if we have triangle ABC, this is an angle, this is an angle, this is an angle. That's the reason why they are having capital A, capital B, and capital letter C. Now the side which is opposite to angle A, it is called a small letter A. A side opposite to angle B, it is named as small letter B. And finally, a side which is opposite to angle C, it is small letter C. We also have this triangle which is LNM. With this triangle, as usual, the side opposite to angle L is small letter L. The side which is opposite to angle M is small letter M. And the side opposite to angle N is small letter N. So you are supposed to know this terminology that we use when we are calculating, so that it can be easy for you to come up with that appropriate formula that you need to apply, whether you are using sine rule or cosine rule. Don't forget, sides, small letters, angles, capital letters. Now let's go to the main purpose of this video, which is a sine rule. How are you going to know that I'm going to use a sine rule but not a cosine rule? Remember, during an exam, you'll be given a non-right angle triangle, and the examiner won't tell you that in this triangle you need to apply sine rule or cosine rule. It's you yourself who need to have that ability to identify, to say, with the condition that I've been given here, I need to use a sine rule, not a cosine rule. So let's go to sine rule. So before we talk about the condition, what formula are you supposed to use as far as sine rule is concerned? This is the formula that you are supposed to use when you're calculating sine rule. There are two formulas here, but they literally mean the same thing, the same ratios. Everything is the same. There's nothing which is different here. As you can see in these formulas, or these two formulas which I'm having here, there is letters which are written in capital letters, some in small letters. What do they mean? Already explained. To say a small letter represents a side or distance. Capital letters, they are representing the angles. So now we have sine A over A is equal to sine B over B is equal to sine C over C. Okay? If you want, we can start with the sides on top as the numerators. So where we are having A over sine A is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. Now the question is, are you supposed to use all the three entities at once? No, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to choose two entities or two ratios when you are solving a certain problem or a certain calculation involving sine rule. So by that I mean you can use sine A over A is equal to sine C over C, or you can use sine B over B is equal to sine C over C. If you want, you can use A over sine A is equal to C over sine C. So having appreciated the formula for sine rule, now what are the conditions that you're going to know to say this is sine rule, not cosine rule. So the first condition is when two angles and end sides are given. Two angles and the end side, one side are given. Then you need to know that this is a sine rule. For example, we have triangle LNM, and then let me put N2 angles inside there, okay? And then I'll put this side to be 10. So we have 70 degrees, 80, and the side it is 10. So if you have any two angles and a side, then just know that this is a sine rule. So during an exam, when you see your triangle has got this any two angles inside the triangle and any side, then just know that this is a sine rule. Other than that, how are you going to know? We have condition 2, which says when two sides and the non-included angle are given. So for example, we have triangle ABC, okay, of which we'll say, let's indicate any two sides. So I'll say this is 7 centimeter, this is 80 centimeter. Now, which one is a non-included angle? This word. So let's try to interrogate the meaning of the word non-included angle. What you need to know is that an angle, it is an area which is formed when two lines meet. The area which is formed when two lines meet. So for example, if you have this line and this line, they are meeting here. So these two lines, they are forming an area. So this area which is formed, it's the one you are referring to as an angle. Okay? So now, the angle which is formed when two lines meet, it is called the included angle. So this is the included angle because it is the angle which is formed when these two lines meet. However, if I add another third line there, okay? If I add another third line there, these two angles are non-included angle because these two angles are not formed when these two lines meet. So these two, we are calling them to be non-included angle. Okay? Now let's come to our diagram here. We have ABC, of which we said we have 7 centimeter, 8 centimeter. So mean that this angle, which is angle A, it is the included angle. While angle B and angle C, they are referred to as a non-included angle because these two angles are not formed as a result of the meeting of line AC and line AB, which are 8 centimeter and 7 centimeter respectively. We need to enjoy that concept. So now, if these two are non-included angle, this condition is saying when two sides and the non-included angle are given, the two sides we have the 7 centimeter, 8 centimeter, and any of the angle here, and any of the angle, whether it's this, for example, 50, or is that, for example, 70, then we can use sine rule. This concept is very important before you even start your calculation under section B Mathematics Paper 2 as far as trigonometry is concerned, because you need to know if you're going to use sine rule but not cosine rule, because you need to appreciate to say the triangle given in this question, I'm going to use a sine rule but not a cosine rule, taking into consideration the condition that I've highlighted. So having appreciated the conditions that are necessary for you to know whether you are supposed to use a sine rule but not cosine rule, on Saturday we are going to have a live session where we are going to interact and solve 1 or 2 exam questions as examples. Thank you for watching this video.
Mr. Matsilea, Mr. Matsilea, Mr. Matsilea, oh, Mr. Matsilea, Mr. Matsilea, Mr. Matsilea, Mr. Matsilea, oh, Mr. Matsilea.